So back in 2021, you guys might remember when everyone in the rap community was celebrating that Bobby Shmurda was finally getting released from jail after being put in jail back in 2014. And it was this whole thing that everyone thought was going to lead to more music, maybe even the part 2 to the Shmoney dance, anything that would help jumpstart his career again, because regardless of how popular you were, being a quote-unquote musician, everyone is expecting you to going to make something new musically wise, that and or drop a meme coin, which wasn't as big as it is today, so we can cut him some slack for not scamming his fans, you know what I mean? He would have done it, he was just focused on other things. Like letting his career die, and when I say die, I mean I have never seen an artist with a name and song as recognizable as his and not even be able to put a comeback tour together, averaging just 10 tickets per city. Bobby Shmurda's latest tour has allegedly been cancelled due to only selling 10 tickets per city. The tour was cancelled because an average ticket sale across multiple markets were 10 per city. You just said that! That's not viable under any circumstances, no matter the artist or budget, says Philip Stengel, booking agent. Now let's not bring down other artists because this guy can't get a classroom's worth of people to go to one of his shows. I mean, even a small business meeting has more people going to it than that, but I mean, regardless. But when you really think about it, what has he done since he was released that would make anyone want to listen to some 10-year-old music of his live? He has one song that was a banger, the second was a decent follow-up, and nobody in the world except for him can name the other 3 songs on his album. Yeah, his debut album was 5 songs, it's like a fucking K-pop album. And his second album was actually released a year after he was released, and it was actually worse, being rated 2.4 out of 5 stars, where his debut album was rated a whole 0.6 points better. And like I said, that was released back in 2022. After that, nothing. But nothing about what I showed you would lead anyone to think that this guy could put on a solo tour. Maybe if he started as an opener for another rapper, and then put out a few songs along the way, then yeah. But to go from an album that was rated like it was Chris Rock's character in The Longest Yard, to a however many city tour you were doing, is beyond delusional. Boosie's 50 city tour would have done better than this had he went through with it, but after looking more into this embarrassing moment, apparently Bobby S-Word is dealing with a lawsuit that he has against some people who worked for him. He posted this on his Instagram. Hey, to all my fans, I apologize for the tour being cancelled. I take full responsibility and have to go through lawsuits with these guys that I knew better than to do business with. Let this be a lesson to all business owners and affiliate. Good God, Lord, he's illiterate as fuck. Don't leave nothing in no one's hands. Don't matter how much you gotta work. Nobody's gonna treat your work like it's you except if you got a top. Pause. What? But that happens once in a blue moon because you have money does not make you a boss anyways. I apologize again to all my fans. I might have to go through some lawsuits and lawyer fee money, aka the industry's most wanted. Ain't nothing new. I've been fighting. You ain't been learning about anything. But then he posts some text from a group chat where one of the guys he tagged in the post says, hey bitch, let me know if you need the book mailing address to sue me. And anytime we can run the fucking fade. Ain't no bitch here, you ain't gonna talk to me like how you been. And then the peacemaker of the group, Guap, says tempers flared and things were said on both sides. Call it even as men and let's follow through with what we started in this business. We have moments that aren't so pretty at times. No need to sue or stop any tour because men had an argument. It happens. Now I'm assuming this was before they found out they only sold 10 tickets per show, because you can make sure that you're better friends than anyone in the world. That isn't going to bring up ticket sales. But I also like how the guy named Guap is the one being like, let's not be savages here, guys. And yes, I am judging a book by his cover. Look how he spells Guap. But Mr. Guap continues to try and smoothen things out and says, Phil, it's frustrating to go through weeks of emails and calls, etc., trying to make sure the tour is being promoted correctly and have everyone act like they've been spending money on marketing to find out that they are not. It's tough to be lied to. People don't know about the tour, so we need to figure out how to put a change to that. And then Phil is like, I plan on pulling ad request receipts that prove the marketing that they've done behind it, depending how their ad is set up as depending on what you're going to see. Now, I can't speak for everyone, but hearing about his tour being canceled is the first time I'm ever hearing about a Bobby Schmurda tour that was happening. This guy can pull receipts all he wants. Show us some actual fucking marketing that you did. Show us the post. Show us the flyers. Like, who cares if you can show them receipts for what you paid for if you have nothing to show them for what you paid for? That's like somebody giving you money to buy food, and when you come back and they ask you, why did you come back with nothing? You show them the receipt like, no, look, I bought food. I got it. It's Here's the receipt. Like, now I'm starting to realize why Phil doesn't have a nickname like Guap. But apparently what the G-Man was doing was working, because the next screenshot shows them saying, "Hey Bobby, I just wanted to apologize for that shit yesterday. I lost my cool about the whole thing, and I know it was stressful on all of us." And then I'm assuming Bobby said, "Same here. Yeah, they haven't ran the ads, right?" Which is something they were right about. Of course, Phil is apologizing after realizing whoever he paid didn't run the ads. And even then, like I said, if you're selling 10 tickets per show, there was no need to ask if there was ads being played. That statement alone proves there wasn't. But Guap then says, "We're already on the phone with promoters figuring this out. Got off the phone with 2 of them. Already you were right about that. Most have not. Belt has been getting put to ass all morning." Put to ass? What does that even mean? He was getting put to ass all morning? Gay. But this was all from Bobby's account. Philip then went on his own Instagram account and said, "Yeah, those texts are all bullshit. For one, I'm the booking agent, not the promoter. So the one who actually books the location. Second, Bobby himself only promoted the tour once, but he did so in a way that is actually worse than not promoting it at all. He posted this reel and uses the tour poster as the cover photo, but then has this be the video." This actually makes me want to unfollow him, and I was never following him in the first place. But then he's like, "You're not going to post all these cropped screenshots to make me look like it's all my fault," and then post that message where he says that Bobby only averaged 10 tickets per city. He then shows screenshots of 4 different venues' ticket sales that show he basically sold nothing. The first was at the Roxy, which has no ticket sales for this date, which is supposed to happen in 2 months, which is crazy. Not even a single ticket. Fousey at that place packed. Yes, he was selling tickets for $1 and he was handing out a lot of free ones, but I still know that people bought tickets to his show. This next screenshot shows that 370 tickets are still available for Bobby Shmurda's pool party, which was supposed to happen at the end of this month. And then the last one shows that they sold 9 tickets for $290 to whatever venue this was. Now, unless there were only 3 stops on his tour, that 10 ticket per show average goes way down. It says he was supposed to do a 19 city tour. That averages out to a little more than 1.5 people per show. Dude's gonna have one of the fucking oblongs at his show. And these numbers might be bumped up a little because it says in a now deleted post that he posted a screenshot showing that he only sold 5 tickets to a DC show and then none in the Hamptons or Denver. So those extra 5 tickets don't make it a full 2 people per show, but he was getting there. But hey, no matter whose fault it is, just know that this shows that there are limits to what a popular song can get you, having not released anything since then. Like, I am 1,000,000% that if he would have dropped at least a mixtape in between his last album and now, he would have had a few more ticket sales. Not saying he would have sold out the house, but it wouldn't have got your promoter to start exposing you for being a fucking loser. Like, realistically, I could have pulled the numbers he did. Anyone could have pulled the numbers he did. There are literally homeless people who play instruments on the street that get a bigger audience than he does. Part of me thinks this is some kind of wild promotion for his actual tour, but then I remembered how his caption was typed out, and there is no way he is smart enough to coordinate all of this for some publicity. This is literally confirming that he is a one-hit wonder. Not that it wasn't already, but hey, it's nice to have it confirmed. Until tomorrow, and then no video Saturday because I gotta watch UFC. Peace.